Hey guys, we'll be talking about my bow and the history behind it and what I've used it for. Sadly, my friend can't make it today because, well, we don't live together. That sounds weird. Anyway, so this bow, I won it in a sheep foundation thing. It was this little contest, and we would shoot these little balls out of the air with a curve bow. They had this little floaty. It's hard to explain. Sorry, but they would have air. They would plug in a little air thing, with those bouncy houses, and they plug it in, and it would blow air, and then it would blow air up in these little tubes, and then blow out, and then it would stabilize these balls, and then there'd be six of them, and then you would have to shoot and then see how many you hit, and if you hit the most, you won. Anyway, I won, and we went back to our table. We started eating dinner, and they called me up and said, Frankie, will you please come up to the front and get your prize for uh, winning the bow competition?" I was like, "There's a prize, Dad? There's a prize?" Um, and my dad was like, "Apparently." So I walked up there, and they gave me this bad boy. Um, it was super exciting. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. It was all decked out. You got sights and stabilizer, um, everything. I have used this bow for hunting, and I've practiced with it so much. I have shot so many arrows. I've broken a lot of arrows, like going through my target and hitting the fence behind it. Um, me and my friend, my first hunt, we were hunting antelope buck. So my first time, me and my friend, we went in the blind. We did it all by ourselves. We set up a blind by a water hole, got all ready. The next morning, we woke up at 3:34. We got snacks. We filled my hunting backpack filled with snacks. We got my arrows and my bow, and we got the rangefinder, and we headed out. And it was going dawn. It was just, I mean, not, yeah, yeah, dawn. It was The sun was just coming up over the hills, the horizon, and just we weren't even set up. And me and my friend, we went into the blind, and we barely got in there, like barely got in there. And um, 5 minutes later, we're still trying to get situated. We're on metal chairs, so our bags are banging everywhere. And then we finally stay quiet for another minute. So, and then we're looking around. We're like, "Ooh, nice, wow, oh, dang, there's nothing here. Why?" And then my friend looks over to my left window, and he's like, "Antelope, antelope, antelope." I'm like, "Buck, doe, buck or doe, buck or doe." And then he's like, "Doe." And then we start laughing so hard. And then I look again, and I'm like, there's a buck," and I'm shaking so bad. I'm like grabbing my bow. I'm like getting my thing on. I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe this is actually happening. And I set up so I can have a draw. The shot was 13 yards, so that's pretty close. Um, the buck, they had two does with them and then one buck. We were laughing so hard, it was unbelievable. I can't believe those things stayed. Those antelope were not the smartest. Um, they stayed, and then they turned around, and the buck, after it was done drinking water, it turned around and it started walking back. My friend made a little whistle so it'd stop and turn at us. And right when it turned, I let that arrow fly, and it hit him. And it hit him. It was a decent shot. It wasn't. I could have done definitely better. Ran over the hill. We couldn't find him, and my dad was like, "Don't go right for him. Like, because or else you'll just scare it further and further and further. We watched it go over the hill and it rolled like over like it like went to the top of the hill and just rolled off of it again and started running. Um, and then I was like, Lace, I don't think I made a good shot because it was kind of curved, so it looked so the end of the fletching looked like it was at like it was pointed at its guts, so it was like in at kind of a perfect shot, but it was like face that fletching was face at its guts, and it ran out, and we ran over the hill. I had my bow, I had another arrow, and it was sitting there, and I put another arrow in him. That wasn't a good shot. It was a gut shot, but it ran again, and somehow the arrow broke off. He because he rolled, he went over this thing, and he tried to go down. He rolled, then he got back up, and then laid down again. And then me and my friend just sat there for about 10 minutes, and um, it finally started moving, stopped moving its head, and it died. So we went over there, we gutted it, and there was, I think we found a broadhead in it. So it snapped inside of it, and there was holes everywhere because so the arrow was like in its belly, and when it was running, it was just da 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 stabbing everywhere. So that was definitely helping. And well, yeah, it was the best hunt I've ever been on, and I'm gonna keep bow hunting. And if you guys want to get a bow that is inexpensive, because I know Hoyt is really expensive. Those are my favorite company. Hoyt is super expensive, but they're good. Good. But if you're looking for a first bow, I would probably go with a Diamond Edge. Uh, um, well, thank you for watching. Um, check me out on my Instagram, supernova underscore Frankie underscore super underscore nova underscore Frankie. Subscribe, like, hit the bell notification, and we'll see you in the next video.